If you're like me and you appreciate smooth and solid shifting in your car, then watch this video. The factory Porsche shifter leaves a lot to be desired. The throws are nice, but it has noticeable play which gets a lot worse as the mileage goes up. The two problem areas are the base of the stick itself and the white side-to-side piece. Both have significant play which makes shifting feel sloppy. The solution is some shim stock and a washer, which are both pretty cheap. The most expensive part of this whole project is replacing the shifter bushings. The cheapest replacement I found is buying a $65 short shift kit from eBay and using the bushings from that. I'm not interested in shortening the throws. I actually think the stock throws are perfect. Obviously, only people that are mechanically inclined should be tackling this mod. First, you're going to need to remove the center console and pull out the shifter box. There are numerous do-it-yourself guides on planet9.com that will guide you through that. Next, you need to disassemble the shifter. Any of the short shift kit instructions, such as the ones available from Pelican Parts or B&M, will guide you through that. It's pretty straightforward. The hardest part is cutting off the two big round bushings at the bottom of the picture. Now lay the stick shift in an open vise so that the stick itself is sitting on the vise but not the plastic. Use a torch to heat the stick. Obviously avoid heating the plastic. Do it for no more than 10 seconds. It doesn't need a lot. We even held an ice cube to the center pin before hitting it with a hammer. So next, tap out the center pin with a hammer. It should come out fairly easily, just a few hits. Then all you do is put a very thin washer on the inside of the stick shift to take up the play and reassemble the stick shift. We had to widen the hole in the washer we used in order for the pin to fit through it. Here's what it looks like reassembled. Perfect. Zero play. Next, take a small piece of shim stock, cut it, fold it, file it, and make a simple little metal cap for the little white plastic side-to-side piece. Make sure it's smooth and flat, then grease it and assemble it. This is what it should look like. Again, now there is zero play. Now to reassemble the shifter, you'll need to use the new bushings from the short shift kit. We found the bushings to be too big to fit the holes. We sanded them down and also put them in the freezer before installation in order to shrink them. At this point, you'll want to refer to the short shift kit instructions again to reassemble and reinstall everything. Now with everything back in place inside the car, you'll need to align the shifter. A very simple procedure. You install the alignment tool, open up both of the cable catches by pushing them back and twisting them to the right, pop each of the cables out, then pop each of the cables back in, lock down the cables, and remove the alignment tool. That's it. I recommend doing it, going through the gears, and then doing it a second time. Okay, so now here's the modified shifter under the wiggle test. As you can see, zero play. Let's take a look back at what it used to look like. Look at that, huge difference. Here's a wiggle test comparison in neutral against a brand new factory shifter. As you can see, even a new shifter has some play. The modded shifter has zero play. So how does it drive? Honestly, it simply shifts perfect. No more vagueness in the throws. It feels as if the stick is right on top of the transmission and the shifts are butter smooth. This is how it should have been from the factory.